is wise to the world of danger. One who is new to the stories of old. One who is privy to the mysteries that linger. What will they find on their quest into the cold?
We have to pretend to like each other. I got some dice in the mail today. I was very excited. I won them from Bombarded. I never win contests, so I was really, really excited. And they also sent me a bunch of stickers, and I have sticker anxiety, and I haven't done anything with any of them.
You have sticker anxiety? Like you hoard them? Like you're scared of permanence?
Yes, I'm scared of putting them somewhere and not liking it.
Okay, just do it the way that I did it with my first tattoo. Don't worry about it.
Put them on your butt.
Just put it on your dick, and after that, everything seems fine in comparison.
Yeah, it's so funny that I'm scared of putting stickers places because I have 2 tattoos.
Yeah, I'm just joking, by the way. This is my only tattoo.
This is his only tattoo.
So you say.
So, audience, right there. You see that, guys? You see that, audience?
Yeah.
You see that, listeners?
You don't see that? You know why you don't see that, listeners? Because you're not on our Patreon.
Oh.
A swastika?
What?
In 2022, Candor?
You bitch, Marilyn.
Now, to determine whether or not he is a Nazi and a racist, you have to buy our Patreon. That's the paywall.
There it is.
I love this.
Yeah, I was going to say $2 minimum, but now it's at least $5 a month minimum.
Anyway, take it away.
Oh, fuck. Is it... Okay, wait. Is it a tale of bone and ice?
No, it's Tales of Bone and Ice.
Multiple tales, got you.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome back to another beautiful welcome back to a beautiful... multiple beautiful tales of bone and ice. Today, with me, Marilyn, we have our wonderful DM, Brian. We have our wonderful Goliath fighter named Condemn, who's played by CandorCore. We have gracious, Kalishtar Druid. One of these days I'll get it. Cukunkana, played by Grimhilde. And then we have me, Marilyn, playing the Golden Dragon Paladin Meris.
Lizard bitch.
Oh, big lizard. You know what? Yesterday I was having a conversation with someone about big sexy lizards, and then I was like, I think that's how I described Meris in the first episode, and I was like, also confused why this is coming up multiple times in my life.
Well, so is it because you're curious about lizard titties?
Do they have titties?
And I feel like this is important for fan art purposes. Does Meris have lizard titties? Because lizards don't have titties because they don't do milk.
Oh, no.
Does she keep potions where the titties would be so that there's like...
Or snacks.
A lump?
Yeah.
No, she doesn't have any titties. She does have the scars, though. The trans scars. Because she was like, fuck these, they get in the way. I can't ever get good armor.
So she did have titties. Okay,
She had titties. She got them lopped off. She's like, get them out of here.
Yeah, she smashed them to pieces with her maul.
She did it herself.
Right on her own body.
You see that, government? We can have top surgery in a medieval frozen wasteland.
Not even that hard.
I was just about to say Bottom's gonna have top surgery too.
Let's not say that too loud before they start looking on how to cut healthcare costs, all right? Just here you go. Just here's a bottle of Jack and a knife. Go to it, man.
All right, everybody. Cut off your titties.
Cut
off your titties. Cut off your titties.
I'm going to keep mine.
I put my favorite dice on this tiny chair that I made.
Oh,
that's pretty cool.
So fucking cute. For the listeners, there's a tiny red throne that Grim just put a little dice on.
This is my favorite dice. It has glitter inside of it, and it's like liquid, and it moves around.
If you want to see her chair and my maybe swastika, join the Patreon.
If you guys want to see my new king-size bed, come on over. Don't join the Patreon. Just come over.
Just come to my house.
We'll hang out.
Oh, we won't even be able to see her stuff because she's got the VTuber face.
Oh, right.
Shucks, guess you'll all have to follow me on Twitter.
Yeah.
At Grimhilde VT on Twitter.
Oh, by the way, follow our podcast at BonePod and use the hashtag BonePod to get your name potentially used as a character in our D&D actual play horror podcast, and then get killed horribly. It'll be awesome.
You're welcome. You too can be a penguin dropped from the sky. Segue.
How did I'll watch? Oh yeah, roll your recap rolls, you degenerate scumbags.
No.
Who listened to the episode?
I did, so I'm gonna get too high.
19, I didn't.
I was so busy this week. I got a 13.
You know what I got?
A 20.
Nat 20. Every time I listen to it, I get a nat 20.
You know what? This is the best because I rolled a 19.
I feel like he should be allowed to volunteer as a tribute. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But you know what? Since Cukunkana almost died, and well, kind of did die, I think it is only right that she is the one to have to do this recap.
Yeah, that does make a lot of sense, though.
It does feel kind of perfect.
She just shook her head like, nah.
Don't remember what we
please,
did.
Please no. Please no.
Okay, all right. Last time on Tales of Bone and Ice,
Love this.
we left town, went to another town, slept in a different town, left that town, found a rock,
Yeah.
went to next town. Oh, no town there.
That's literally what I wrote. No town. I'm not even kidding. I wrote that in my notes.
I'm reading that out the teleprompter, which is your notes. Next, throw yeet penguin in air. Bones outside body. Girl dead. Find out today the thrilling conclusion to my death. That's it. That's all I got.
I think we should start doing this like a newsie, like an old newsie boy. Get your news here, hey? Did you hear? Did you hear there's a penguin fell from the sky?
I mean, that's not even that far off.
Anything we do that's not just Surfer Dude Cukunkana giving the recap, though, is gonna fall short.
That's true.
You're right. That was your peak.
I got all the main points.
Honestly, you did, aside from the fact that we also drilled some holes and found out that Legolas, who's apparently a 2 in Brian's estimation, has the same name as the fighter in Our Shared Dream. There was nothing else.
You also found a shield made of metal.
Oh, right.
We
yeah.
found a shield made of metal, and we turned the bitch to stone.
Yeah.
And also, you guys forgot the most important line from the whole last episode. Can I turn into a giraffe?
Why couldn't I turn into a giraffe?
These are the important questions.
Giraffes kill lions and shit with their giant legs.
They're herbivores. I'm gonna look up the CR of giraffes right now.
All right.
It's probably around that of
About a horse.
No.
A horse.
It's got to be higher than a horse.
Aren't they really fast?
It's probably like a CR2 or 3, if I had to guess, if you could find a homebrew or something, because I don't think giraffes are in the 5e monster manual.
What does CR mean?
Challenge rating.
They've got to be between grizzly bears and rhinos, right? Somewhere in that area.
Betwixt?
Betwixt!
A giraffe?
Yeah.
You find yourself betwixt a bear and a rhinoceros.
A common giraffe.
And a rhino?
Yeah, like below a rhino, above a grizzly bear.
Yeah.
What? Why are you shaking your head?
I disagree.
You think that a grizzly bear could take out a giraffe?
Grizzly bears, first of all, are my favorite animals, and they can kick anyone's ass any fucking day, bro. Any fucking day. They'll kill anyone.
Okay, then why are they scared bitches around wolverines? All right, let's be real here. They're fucking berry eaters.
Because they're also smart.
Most homebrews. Okay, I'm coming back to the giraffes.
Bitches, listen.
Most homebrews put giraffes between 1 and 3.
Aha!
One of them has put it at 30.
That's a bit high.
It has 754 hit points.
Jimmy the giraffe is extremely buff. He's an outlier, and he should not have been counted.
The one that I found was giraffe 1/4.
This one says common giraffe, 754 hit points. Its skill, its trait is giraffiness. A giraffe is invisible.
Did a giraffe write this?
Can I be this giraffe?
Telling me a shrimp fried this rice?
Oh, you know what? A rhinoceros is only CR2.
That's true.
Weirdly.
I can't turn into a rhinoceros, right?
No.
You will never be able to turn into a rhinoceros.
You can get up to CR1 half right now, and then you max out at CR1, I think.
No, you get a Circle of the Moon Druid are more the wild shape, and you're like utility wild shapes for the most part.
I can't turn into any animal?
If it makes you feel better, Circle of the Moon druids drop hard around level, 12.
Yeah.
So wait, I can't wild shape into anything?
Well, you have to have seen it or be shown it or something like that.
Your main problem is it has to be no more than, I think for you, CR 1/2.
Yeah.
And it can have a swimming speed, but it can't have a flying speed.
Yeah.
Maybe just look at the druid page on D&D Beyond once in a while.
Nah.
Yeah, like just think.
I don't know. I don't know
just
how to play
think about
D&D.
it. That's
It's part of my charm. That's why we're in this conundrum in the first place, because I don't know what I'm doing.
That's true.
I only know how to play paladins. I only kind of know how to play paladins.
Brian, can I be penguin? I've seen a penguin in a dream once. Can I be penguin?
Do you remember the time that there was a penguin?
I'll read it eventually.
Brian, I don't want to be a penguin.
I'll get there.
Can we play D&D?
Yeah, let's play D&D. Cukunkana, you are standing in a forest. It is the middle of the day, and you look up. You can see the blue sky. Around you are many different animals. Deer, squirrels, wolves, rabbits, frogs, bears, every forest-dwelling animal you can imagine, harmoniously watching as you take in your surroundings. As you look around, your view passes from left to right, and back from right to left, and before you is Maha. You know it to be her, but you are struggling to perceive her, like you are cut off for some reason. As she raises her gaze, you notice that she has tears falling from her face. She looks hurt and angry and fearful, and her shape begins to change as she says, "You don't seem to understand. Your power comes from me. Your strength is mine. You are a conduit for my wish to rebuild the world into this." She gestures around at the forest, the trees, the grass, the animals. "This is what I want to see when I dig through your memories, not ice and death and undeath and war and suffering." Her form begins to become bestial, and you realize that her body is becoming an amalgamation of the beasts that were around you. And with that realization, it becomes clear that she has taken their bodies to become larger, and she is becoming more and more unstable. "If you die, I die, and we lose all hope and chance at saving this damned world. And if you die before I can take the land back and become the god that I was meant to, then there is no hope for any of these fools that you call a family." She has become enormous and terrifying, with mouths and teeth protruding from all different parts of her body. Elk and bears' heads roar in agony as they suddenly lunge forward to you, and you are devoured by Maha and this Frankensteinian nightmare. And then we cut back to the other two.
No!
Y'all, I'm gonna stop being a druid. I think I should be a rogue. I don't know how to play a rogue.
Oh my god, Brian.
Oh, we should probably set the scene.
Yes, yes. So right now, Condemned is kneeling beside Cukunkana. He's got her stony hand in like his left hand. His right hand is just kind of like slipped the ring still over her finger. And once that's done, once she's turned into stone, he breathes in he's breathing very heavily. And he looks away from Cukunkana. He just sort of like turns away, and he's just doing that thing where after you've vomited or after you've just like run very hard, very fast. And he's just like hands on the ground, just like kind of facing the dirt or the ice and just sort of like heaving in breaths.
Should I roll to see if I'm still having a panic attack as well?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, roll a wisdom save. You should be good at those.
Should I?
I mean, you're proficient.
I am. Nope, that's a 5. 3 plus 2.
You're still freaking out.
I'm freaking the fuck out, dude. Upon seeing Cukunkana turn to stone, it's not really, like, comforting at all. And it's not helpful in any way. So I'll continue to panic as well.
You are witnessing Connie also on his knees, and for the first time that you can tell, also panicking.
Oh, that doesn't help. That can't help at all.
Yeah, so he's not so much panicking. Well, maybe a little bit, yeah. It would definitely look like he's panicking a bit. If you're still in panic mode, then he'll probably recover first. After a few seconds, like about 10, 15 seconds, which is still like a very long time for him, he's sort of just like... he wipes his face, and as he does so, like he holds the part of his face that has the marking on it, and he just whips his hand back onto the ice, pushes himself up so he's standing, and is staring off the distance, very, very specifically not looking at Cukunkana. And then he turns to Meris. "Snap out of it."
We didn't catch any of that. I'm assuming you were whining and crying.
Yeah. The fuck did you do? You just taxidermied her into stone.
First, who told you about taxidermy?
Oh, taxidermy is definitely a thing around here.
That's fair. That's
Monster
fair.
corpses and shit, yeah.
She's petrified. She is in stasis. She is not any more dead now than she was before I did it.
So she...
Specifically, she will not continue to die.
So we can save her?
I hope, yes. She took a significant amount of damage. I do not know if the girl will survive.
Meris throws up.
Yeah, it's fair. Reasonable.
100%.
Condemned strides forward, puts his hand on like the top of your head, lifts it up, and then slaps you.
Roll an unarmed strike.
Okay. He's not trying to do it super hard. 17.
Oh, that's my AC. Yeah, you hit.
Nice.
You take a slap across the face. It feels very, very warm, and your cheek feels very red.
We don't have time for this now. Can you heal her?
I can't heal. I don't have any fire left. I'm all out. I have a potion, but she's stone. Can stones drink potion?
We can unstone her. As soon as I take the ring off, she will turn it back into flesh. Fragile, dying flesh. You are the person who knows witchcraft and alchemy. I need you to be very certain when you answer this question. Will a potion bring her back to life? Will it be enough?
If you want to know, if you want to be certain, roll like an alchemy check. So basically just roll plus your proficiency bonus plus your wisdom.
12.
Okay. You know that there's a certain degree of magic that comes along with the average healing potion, and it won't be much, and it will barely be enough, but it will be enough.
Yeah, a potion will do enough. It'll stop most of the bleeding, I think. She's gonna need to take some time.
So she'll survive.
She should. What else do we have?
Okay.
We have a stone
Then do it.
little girl.
Then do it!
I'm crying. Yeah, I'm gonna take my potion of healing, and I'm just gonna I very don't want to, but I'm going to get over to Cukunkana. Just kind of shaky as fuck too.
And her body is mangled and broken. Like
Yeah.
her bones are
Yeah.
woof.
Yeah, it's fucked.
Looking down at this stone little person that you guys have become very attached to and familiar with, even while she is stone and still covered with all of her, various blankets, effectively, her legs and stuff aren't quite the right way, and you can tell that some of her fingers are messed up. And even through the petrification on her face, you can see that there's bruising on her cheek and forehead.
Condemned is very specifically not looking at Cukunkana. He's facing directly away. He says, "First take the ring off. She will turn back into her normal self."
Oh god. I was trying so hard just to look at her face.
Yeah, give me a wisdom save real quick, because this is pretty fucked up.
I'm here to cause problems.
Yeah, you are. This was your idea, bitch.
I know. It's my fault.
15.
15 is good enough. The whole week after, I was blaming myself, and I was like, no, I didn't. I just told them what they did.
Listen, Brian, if anyone wants to blame anyone, blame me. Because I knew the second Grim said, "Oh, this is what," I'm like, no, it's not. I knew that immediately.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, okay, yeet her up. Yeah, as hard as I want.
Get yeet.
Yeah, Brian's like, so you're going as hard as you can? Me knowing this, yeah, absolutely. It's what she wanted.
Yeah.
Oh, cahoots.
Welcome to Get Yoked.
You guys are in cahoots.
It's so funny though. I've been laughing about it all week.
She's been bragging about it.
I was listening to it on the way home, and I was laughing as hard on the way home as I was at the time. It was so fucking funny.
Oh my god.
So funny.
As Brian's describing your penguin body accordioning.
And I'm just scream laughing in the background.
Oh my god.
Okay, we're back in the scene.
Back to tragedy.
Condemned, are you going to assist at all, or is this just the Meris show?
It's the Meris show.
Okay, and you told her just to take the ring off and she'll turn back into a girl?
Yes.
All right.
I hope that's how the ring works.
Meris, take it away.
I'm on my knees next to Cukunkana, and I'm just kind of going into my stuff, taking out the potion. I'm just kind of double checking to make sure it's right. I'm really staring at the bottle because I don't want to look at her.
Bottle has like a red cross on it.
Oh, perfect. How handy.
Good, this is the right one.
It's not poison, it says on the back. And then I look down at Cukunkana's like stony face. I'm just kind of like, okay, this is gonna be okay. We got this. We're gonna be okay. And it's saying it more to myself for sure. I'm just looking at poor the little baby's face.
It's fucked up.
Super fucked up. I'm going to find the hand that has the ring on it. I'm trying not to look at anything else. And then as soon as I see the ring, I'm just gonna like gently put my hand on it and just kind of like trying to be comforting, even though she's
stoned.
Yeah, even though she's a piece of decoration in some old rich person's lawn.
God.
Still trying to be gentle.
Holy shit.
And then I'm just gonna kind of like pop open my potion in one hand, slide the ring off, and then as soon as I see her not be stoned anymore, I'm going to take her jaw with my other hand and just kind of like hold it open and then pour the potion down her throat.
Okay, so as you do this, you take the ring off of her and the depetrification starts at her hand. It slides from her fingertips, and you can see that she's got cuts and blood and marks, and she begins to bleed from her fingers and her wrist, and the rest of her is covered by her clothing, but that all starts to become unstoned as well, and it reaches up, spreads from her shoulder and over her head, and I assume that as soon as you can see, like, her head and stuff, you go for it. So you do that, and you can see that a bunch of the marks on her hands and her face and the bruising and stuff, it begins to lessen quite a bit. And roll 2d4 plus 2.
1 and 2. So 3 plus 4, 7.
No, 2d4 plus 2.
Oh.
5.
It's not as good.
Cukunkana, you get 5 HP back.
Damn straight I do.
But you don't wake up.
Oh, fine.
That's for the best. I was really hoping she wouldn't, or else I would put the ring back on. Slides ring back on.
So her breathing is still pretty ragged and pretty torn, but she's not dying anymore, and you can tell this.
Condemned.
Yes.
She's stable. She's okay.
Good.
She's gonna feel like shit when she wakes up, though.
Well, unsurprising.
Where the fuck did you get this ring?
Long story. Can I have it back?
Yeah, I already got a ring. I wonder if you could have helped. I doubt it.
Yeah, because you're not currently wearing that one on your finger, are you?
No.
All right, 1 second. Okay. I did a self-imposed will check. Condemned looks over at Cukunkana, and he sort of averts his gaze a little bit, but he's able to look in the general direction now. So, how are we getting her out of here? Do you know when she'll be up?
Medicine check.
I can know in like a minute. I'm just gonna do it once over.
Isn't Cukunkana the only one with medicine as a proficiency?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I got +6.
Perfect.
So I rolled a 3.
You got a 3?
I rolled a 3 plus 0. So yeah, I would say
She's never gonna wake up again.
she's probably gonna be knocked out for like a while. It's probably gonna be a minute.
If I gave her my potion, would it help?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But I mean, I'm hoping if she can stay down for a while, if I can just rest up and get my mind right, then I can get my healing back. I can get that warmth back. But if she wakes up before that, then yeah, I would give her a potion.
Sorry, out of character, Meris should have healing spells available right now.
I don't think so.
Unless she doesn't have any prepared.
I'm not sure if she prepared any.
What?
I don't. I have bless.
She's got murder spells.
I didn't know I had any. I forgot about all of mine.
Okay, well, that's fair. It's the way it is. You're the damage dealer.
Why would you have healing spells when you're a paladin when you have healing hands?
Yeah, I have my one healing thing.
Because sometimes you run out.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm the asshole that didn't know we would be throwing our friend into the air as a penguin. 7,000 feet into the air and then just dropping her out of the airplane with a parachute. My bad. Fuck you guys.
I can't believe you didn't plan for that. It happens in every campaign.
Well, now we know.
I mean, honestly, people getting tossed through the air and then breaking bones does probably happen in most campaigns.
Yeah, you know what? That's a good point.
Do I have to wait till the next power up to change my spells?
No, you can do it every long rest.
Perfect, because I fucking might.
Yeah, maybe.
So Condemned takes the ring back from Meris. Okay, so how are we getting her out of here? Can she be moved?
Yep, she can be moved.
Yeah, I mean, she can, but she's pretty fucked up. We might have to tent it here.
He looks around the burnt buildings. She was concerned about ghosts.
We could go to the outskirts.
She was concerned about ghosts.
Yeah.
You are the witch, and Condemned is a fucking ignorant savage, all right? There's nothing you can bring up that he's not going to take seriously.
That's a problem.
Yeah, it is, and I love it.
He's probably still going to believe her after this.
God, I love us.
That may be for the best. I don't know much about these things, but certainly the outskirts cannot be worse than directly inside, and it's not like there's much cover to take out in here anyway.
You guys still do have your lizards about 100 feet away or so.
Oh yeah, the lizards.
Suey? That's me calling my lizard.
Is my lizard worried about me?
Your lizard knows nothing. It did not see you.
Oh, we could just put her on the lizard.
I don't know if that would be the smoothest ride.
The lizards are trained to carry people who are unconscious. Believe it or not, in this dangerous environment, they're trained for that kind of thing.
I'm surprised they can be, but alright, I'll take it.
They're magic lizards.
Yeah, if we just put the Heelys on the lizards, then they'll just slide right down.
Oh man, like, just a quick aside. Do you guys remember, like, when you were kids and you saw Heelys and you were like, oh, fuck yeah, that looks so cool.
Yeah, and now as an adult, I see them, I'm like, oh, fuck
Yeah, they look so cool. But there was like a period there in the middle where you were like, "Ugh, nerds. Those are for children.
Never. I never got to have them. I never got to experience Heelys.
Same.
Alright, let's head her up onto the lizard and put this place behind us, then. I think, yes?
Yeah, fuck this place. I got bad memories associated with this place.
And so the two of you are going to pick her up and carry her to a lizard and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm assuming just the one of you, actually, the strongest one.
Carry her, he says.
So then that means that Meris is going to carry her?
Oh, me?
Yes!
Oh, it is a command?
He's saying carry her.
Okay. Ugh. Ew. Ew.
Her bones aren't messed up anymore.
Yeah, but she's so bloody and gross.
That's true, actually, yeah.
Aren't you supposed to be the medic?
Yeah, not when it's a baby. I don't work in pediatrics.
Holy shit. I work on dead adults.
Yeah.
All right, so you pick her up and you can feel that she's unconscious for sure. She does not lean in. She does not acquiesce to your last. You're just limp.
Cukunkana weighs nothing.
I think I'm gonna pick her up in like classic cradle, but I'm just gonna kind of like keep her close.
She's alarmingly light.
Oh, perfect. Because I'm super warm, so I want her to be nice and warm.
You want to be like a heat pack.
I'm trying to be like as delicate and caring as I can be in this fucked up situation.
Okay, so you pick her up and you follow Condemned back to the lizard, and the lizards are there, and Cukunkana's lizard, whose name is Napgach, runs up, is super concerned, and is like basically using his head to like gesture to his back.
And yep, I acquiesce.
Okay, you put Cukunkana on the back of Napgach, and it sort of like usually like they're sort of like very left and right with their movement, but it sort of changes and it alters the way that it body moves to compensate for there being an unconscious body on top of them.
You know how like when you pick up a chicken and then the head stays the same and you can move the body?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that.
Yeah.
Except with the body stays the same, so the head and the tail move more.
That doesn't make sense.
So the arms move but the body don't.
Yeah.
It's skittering like a cat on freshly waxed hardwood floor.
You know when like in Looney Tunes when they run really fast and their legs turn into like a tornado but their body doesn't move? It's like that but like slow.
When they do the Sonic the Hedgehog.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Perfect. Okay, strap her down so she doesn't fall off and let's get going.
Okay, I'll tie her down.
Roll a survival check.
No.
No.
I just do it. I rolled an 18 plus 2, 20.
Okay, you tie her on. She's not going anywhere.
I say this baby's packed and ready, and then I slap it. I don't. I'm just kidding. I absolutely do not
I
do
was
that.
gonna say.
You slap your own ass and you're like, she's ready to go.
You can fit so many kids on this lizard.
You guys take a like? How do you guys go about? Because your cartographer and guide is currently unconscious.
Oh shit.
Oh, Mike, are you telling me that my background will actually come in use?
Mine won't.
For once?
What's your background feature?
Feature Wanderer. You have an excellent memory for maps and geography, and you can always recall the general layout of terrain, settlements, and other features around you. Well, because he was a wanderer, he was a nomad. So yeah, like he's not going to be able to do any advanced cartography shit, and it doesn't mean that he's good at reading maps or writing maps. It's just like he's got a good memory for them. So at the very least, he would be able to remember the direction that we were heading to, or the direction that we were heading in.
Or coming from.
And just continue in that way. Because we're not planning to go very far, right? We're just going for like a couple of hours before the town is behind us, and we're just going to set up camp.
Yeah.
I believe that's the plan, right?
I don't know, guys. Is it?
Yeah?
I'm unconscious.
I love that Grim is, like, so down with the fact that, like, I can't help. I'm dead.
Could have been deader.
You're not dead. You're just comatose. Wait, so we're going back to endurance?
No, we're just gonna, like, continue past the town formerly known as whatever. Or we're just gonna keep going for, like, a couple of hours. That's what I had in my head. We just, like, head out for a couple of hours, then we set up camp.
Like, if we can go the exact same direction from when we came, that way when Cukunkana wakes up, then we can be like, oh, we went this many hours this direction, like, from where we came from. So that in her mind, she can be like a shaboom.
Yeah, Condemn can remember that much, at least, with his background, I would imagine. Right, Brian?
For sure. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so we start heading out, and after, like, an hour and a half-ish, we're gonna start looking for a good place to set up camp.
All right. It's not super hard to find a good place to set up camp. It's actually pretty easy because, believe it or not, there's nothing around for miles. Just like most nights, it's kind of like walking around in a dream in that you don't really have a fantastic perception on where everything is, but also it feels like there's nothing in everything.
Fair enough.
Cool. Like those old games from the early 2000s where there was fog everywhere to reduce loading times.
You get it. Exactly like that. So you guys set up camp. Do you bed down for the night? Do you take watch? How do you go about this?
Yeah, I was just gonna ask, Condemn, do you want to take first watch? Because as soon as I'm done resting, I can give her some healing.
That would be for the best.
Will she be healed after full rest, though?
Nope.
Because we're only going to get a short rest because it's outside of town,
Yes,
right?
you're going to get a short rest because it's outside of town. It's not a long rest.
Oh, do I get healing after a short rest, though?
Nope.
Your girl could roll some.
You can roll some hit dice.
Could roll some hit dice.
So, funny story. This is gonna take me a while to get my healing back. If you want to take first watch, you can. It doesn't matter.
How long?
2 days.
Like 2 days. This is what I heard from the peanut gallery.
If she isn't conscious by the morning, then we'll just have to give her our potions. We can't be carrying her around for the remainder of the journey, certainly. I will take first watch, though.
If we can find some ingredients at the next town, then I can try to make some more potions. I don't know how good they'll be, but I can try to do something like that. But if we have to use our potions, like, I don't want her to be in pain this whole, like, for 2 days.
Oh, right. He takes off his bag, rummages around a bit, and then tosses you the salve that you gave him for the present. Give her this.
I thought that it gave you, like, temporary hit points before you fight.
Yeah, but he knows it as a healing salve.
Yeah, and it also reduces soreness.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Yeah, this should, dull some of the pain, I'm sure. Thank you.
All right, so you guys set up the tent and get everything ready and lay the baby down in the tent as comfortably as you can. Probably on, like, maybe a bit of excess bedrolls to make her a little softer or something like that.
Oh, 100. Yeah, I was just thinking that 100%.
Are you going to sleep or are you going to give her the salve first? Or are you going to wait until the morning and see if she's awake?
Yeah, I'm going to wait till the morning to see if she's awake.
Okay. So you bed down and fall asleep pretty much right away. You've been a very, very long day. Connie.
Yeah.
It's starting to get dark. You guys went about this in a pretty rushed way because you're very worried about your friend. It's a bit earlier than you would normally go to bed, but it's fine. She needs rest. You need space away from this place. She needs to try to heal up. Can I get a perception check from you?
Sure. And I've got dark vision, so darkness doesn't give me disadvantage.
Yeah.
Doesn't give me much help, though. That is 9.
Nice. All right. You look around. Everything seems all right. You don't see or hear anything particularly off. You're good.
You're very convincing.
As he's doing this, he's kind of like absent-minded. He's not really like focusing too much on it, and he's spending a lot of time kind of like thumbing the little pieces of metal that he's carried around.
Do you want to describe what those pieces of metal are?
Yeah, this seems like a narratively appropriate time for the viewer's metaphorical camera to be like looking closer at them. So they're little pieces of bronze and copper. Any painting, anything like that has been well worn away. You might be able to see like little flecks here and there left, but it's clear, they've been around for a very long time and they've been worn away. The edges, they're very clearly something that was broken at one point. It was a greater whole. But those edges have too been worn away over time, whatever it is, it's been broken for quite some time. You can see there's at least one piece that looks like a limb, like a little metal leg or a little metal arm. And there's some pieces that might look like a head or like part of a torso.
Wonderful. So as you're absentmindedly fiddling with the pieces of metal from a time long before this one, it eventually becomes time for you to wake Meris.
He puts away little pieces of metal, heaves one, like final sort of sigh, and returns to the tent, shaking Meris awake.
Oh my god. I was having a terrible dream. There's penguins just falling from the sky.
How long were you sitting on that?
For like a hot second.
Sounds goofy, but that's real trauma.
Yeah.
He's gonna look at them and be like, "What's a penguin?"
Yeah, did we get the name of penguin?
Nope.
Nope.
Did nope. Mm-mm.
Oh. I saw a bunch of tuxedoed little sort of lizards.
What's a tuxedo?
Fuck. I saw a bunch
We
of...
could just roll with this, man.
Yeah. If you're having a dream and your dream tells you that's a penguin, and he's like, "What's a penguin?" You're like,
I invented a word for that bird.
Yeah.
What's a penguin, you ask? The thing that the baby turned into before she crumpled into a pancake penguin.
Crumpled penguin.
Crumpled Penguin is the name of my new band.
Hell yeah.
And you have to say it is Crumpled Penguin.
It's
Hello, we are Crumpled Penguin. Are you ready to walk?
ready to
We're
walk.
Crumpled Penguin. He'll make you feel sad and stuff.
All right, guys. Well, I've really enjoyed being a part of this podcast.
Have you?
Have you?
God's help me, I have.
I had a coworker that used to ooh woo at me, and she fucking meant it. And she would scream ooh woo, and I was like, "You need to stop."
Ooh woo.
Ooh woo.
Don't you ooh woo at me, you bitch.
We're professionals, you fucking cretin.
Slaps her own head. Could fit so many ooh-woos in here.
Ooh woo and degenerate piece of weeb garbage.
Condemned goes to sleep, because if I have to be conscious, I want him to be saved.
So Meris, it's your turn. You stir from your slumber and you head on outside and you do the regular watches that Condemned has sort of taught you how to do, walking around the tent and making sure that there's nothing coming out from the perimeter, listening very hard. That perception roll that you're gearing up for there, blowing on your dice.
I read it too.
Okay.
I hate real dice.
As you're wandering around and looking, you don't see anything out of the ordinary. You don't hear anything out of the ordinary. It's quite dark at this point, so you're mostly listening for what you can, and all you can hear is the wind of the wastes, and you are convinced everything is fine and there's nothing's around, nothing's happening.
We've never once succeeded on a watch check.
You've never once seen anything on watch.
The only time that Cukunkana, who's the only person with a decent perception, has been on watch, she didn't make a watch check.
Because she was not paying attention, she was playing sleepover.
Yeah, she was painting claws.
Do you have any late night rituals while you're the only one who's awake?
Cry.
Do you think about anything? Do you reflect on anything in particular?
The biggest thing for Meris, well, now that she knows that the baby is gonna be okay, is trying to sort out the new facts that she knows about her grandfather and trying to, like, metaphorically, like, get those, like, red strings together to try to kind of figure out where, like, he came from and, like, what all the answers are about all of these questions, and like that vision in the boat and the note that he was writing and stuff, and just trying to figure out really what all of it means. In her pack, organizing her stuff for, like, medicines or, like, for, like, her alchemy stuff, and trying to place it in orders that feel comfortable and familiar and, like, she has control over it, sort of things. Do you know what I mean? Like, trying to, like, set the bottles, like, in a good order and making sure that everything is neat and okay, and just kind of, like, trying to keep her thoughts in order and using that as a tool to do that.
Okay. As you're doing this, you are setting up the potions. Would you go from, like, a type or size?
Color.
Does Meris subscribe to the Roy G. Biv, or does she have her own sort of system that she's got in mind? They've got in mind, sorry.
That's okay. They.
Right.
Well, I mean, there's not too many colors, so I think it's more from light to dark than it is it's more from light to dark. It's more of a tonal thing.
Okay.
Is this when we find out that Dragonborn are colorblind?
Wouldn't that be hilarious? So, as you're organizing your stuff from light tones to dark tones, you're fumbling around in your pack, and you remember that there's a thing in there that you've had for a very long time. And what is that item that it was that you rolled for before we started the campaign?
They're boots.
Do you remember what they do?
Give you flat feet?
They're cursed. That's all I know. Hold on, it's in my Google Docs.
You know, to give Marilyn credit, I would probably forget what my cursed item did too. I would just have a mental note that's like, don't use them, and that would be it.
Yeah. Gives you bunions.
Yeah.
They ruin your outfit.
They clash.
It's like they make you immortal, but also they have those little individual toes.
Ew, not
Yikes.
those.
They have somebody else's toe jam in them.
And toes.
In the individual toe boots.
Shit. Not only do I not know how to use D&D Beyond or play D&D, I don't know how to use Discord either.
What a gamer.
There you are. Boots of Devourer and Cursed. As soon as you put one on your foot, it starts fucking eating you like a garbage disposal. Feeding it lots of booze causes it to vomit out everything in its stomach.
So you're aware of this.
Why did she have these? When did she get these? I don't remember.
Oh, no, this is just a fun thing that I had.
Can you store things in it? Like potions and then just make it puke all the stuff up? Is that how you use it? As a bag?
It's a shitty bag of holding.
It's a perfect bag because if anybody robs me, oh, fuck you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they'll try to put on the boots and they'll just start getting eaten.
So this is one of the 3 items that you guys all rolled for at the very beginning of the talkings of this campaign. You also have one as well, Grim.
I sure do. And I want to tell everybody who's listening right now that my item was a little like bubblegum thing where I could have thrown it at the ground. It would have turned into a bubble and caught me, so I would have been perfectly safe when I landed. But I forgot I had it.
After we stopped recording last session, we were all fucking around. And then Grim told us that, and I was like, I screamed so fucking loud.
So we could have avoided all of this trauma if somebody put me in charge of the brain cell that day.
It was so fucking funny.
You had magic bubbles?
Yeah, and a magic bubble item that would have just prevented this entire situation.
Yeah, so you've been carrying around these boots that you've known to be cursed, and you're very aware of how they work, so you've got them tied up with the shoelaces together and over the part of the opening of the, I guess, mouth of this boot. So it hasn't been a problem for a long time, but you have, on the odd occasion, before the adventure began, lost some stuff inside of it. So there are a few things inside of the boot that you're aware of, but it's been a long time and you don't necessarily remember all the things that are in there.
A lot of left socks.
But it's hard and scary to imagine going in there, because the one time that you did, like, see something go in there was teeth gnashing at the bottom where the opening is, that you could see the sole of the foot.
Do we have alcohol?
You just feed it something gross like smelling salts or something. That would make anybody sick if you fed them smelling salts.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that salve we have smells really bad, but I was going to use that.
You don't have to do anything with this right now. This is just, you're fiddling around in your backpack. You remember, like, oh shit, that's right, I have this with me. The rest of your watch is pretty uneventful. And eventually it comes to the point at which Cukunkana starts to stir.
Can I roll all my hit dice? I've been holding them.
Yes, you can roll all your hit dice.
I've been shaking them for such a long time. Oh, I didn't do good.
You made them sick with all the shaking.
I did.
All the shaking, you made him ill.
I rolled a 3, a 1, a 2, and a 2.
Plus your constitution modifier for all of them.
So +0.
Nice.
Don't get my hopes up like that. Okay, so 4, 5, 8. I get 8 whole hit points for all of my hit die. I feel like if you went through a traumatic experience, you would unconsciously use all your hit die. So
imagine how shitty we'd have felt if you had died last time by like 3 hit points. Because now I'm just remembering, one of the options on the table was you being like, should I get more hit points or something cool? And we were all like, you should get something cool.
next time I'll get more hit points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you start to stir, and Connie, you are definitely awoken by the fact that you can hear like a small moaning on the other side of the tent.
Condemned moves with a little bit more speed than you might be used to seeing him operate outside of combat. It's like instead of his normal placid, movement, he's like twists very suddenly towards her and says, Cukunkana?
Cukunkana, you are sore as hell.
Cukunkana kind of like moves a little bit and then is in pain. And she kind of like is immediately crying, like tears all over her face. And she kind of opens her eyes and she kind of looks up at the tent and she says, "What have I done?"
You feel anxious and you feel confused and you feel
here's
afraid.
The thing. I decide how I feel.
No.
Don't you gaslight me. No, listen.
Hold on.
Don't you gaslight me, DM.
Sure.
This is how I feel.
What I was going to say is that you don't remember your dream.
That's not fair.
Why would you even fucking tell us?
Can I roll wisdom to remember it?
Don't remember your dream.
I feel gaslit.
I also.
Don't you gaslight girl boss gatekeep me. I want to remember my dream.
Oh, it seems you've girl bossed a little too close to the sun.
I'm angry. I want to be angry.
You can still be angry. You still are angry.
I can't because I don't have any memories, and that's how gaslighting works.
Not exactly, but okay.
You still have the emotions connected to what you felt, but you cannot remember the dream that you had.
All right, I'm officially insulted.
Did you still say that?
Yeah, she still said that, I guess.
Okay.
Now I'm angry in real life.
Perfect. It appears that you misunderstood some of your abilities.
What time is it?
It is just past morning.
Where are we? Did we sleep with the ghosts?
No, we moved a couple of hours outside of the town.
Okay.
Can I hear them talking?
Yeah. There's not much noise around. Any noise is a lot of noise.
Yeah, I don't see anything anyway. I'm gonna run into the tent too. You dumb little bird! Where are you hurt?
Meris saved you, by the way.
Everywhere? I'm hurt everywhere.
Okay, alright, let's do this then. So I'm gonna throw on some of that salve. I assume it's like a...
Oh, it smells so bad.
Just close your mouth. Breathe. Close your nose.
That means it's potent.
Roll a constitution save real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Connie wouldn't have to because he's used to smelling bad and bad smelling things.
Well, I already did once.
I got 11.
Okay. You throw up in your mouth, but you don't throw up on the ground or on the tent or anything.
I spit it on the ground.
Oh, okay.
Gross.
All right.
I'm not keeping that in my mouth. Ew.
Yeah.
How much blood is in it?
Yeah, how much blood is in it?
It's about 30% blood.
Oh.
Oh, good. Well, that means you keep your blood in your body. That's where blood's supposed to be.
Today's Snaha word of the day. The word for blood is wanmu.
Wanmu?
Wanmu.
Wanmu.
Yeah, that's the word for blood.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Can I wipe the remainder of my smelly hands on my boots of devouring to see if they throw up?
Huh. Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna wipe them on the feet of them, the inserts.
Okay. Okay, first of all, roll a dexterity save.
Oh, fucking, I used D&D Beyond 5.
Okay, you do get your finger bit. Okay, you take 6 damage bite on your hand.
Wow, D12 could straight up kill a level 1 character.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, oofta.
So you put your hand in, you smear it, and you get bit on the same hand that the wolf bit. And you take a hand out. Ah, fuck! And the boots do not throw up.
Sorry, I had a thought. I should stop trying to have those.
A dangerous habit.
So how much HP was it? 4 extra hit points or something like that for the salve?
1d4 plus 1 before combat. Out max health or 1d4 plus 1 temp HP ? Something like that.
1d4 plus 1 HP. Cukunkana, you can roll that for yourself.
Me? Okay.
And you get a negative to your charisma checks equal to the number of temporary hit points.
That's a bad problem because I'm so charismatic. What am I rolling? A D4?
1d4 plus 1.
I need to find a D4. I need to find something that stabs me in my bag of dice. Got a 1.
You got 2 more HP.
Great.
Yay!
I'm at just over half.
Doing great.
Sukunkana, here's the salve I made for Connie. It should make you feel a little bit better. I know that it's really icy out here, but it'll make you feel a little bit hot. I've decided to call it icy hot.
And then we got sued.
It'll make you hot. It'll feel a little bit hot. So I decided to call it Hottie Ice.
Hottie ice.
Thanks.
And then we got less sued.
It's morning time, so Sukunkana's gonna prepare some spells while she's up.
Yep. Maris, you can also prepare some spells.
Oh shit. Okay.
Are any of my bones broken?
Give me a bone check. Do just a quick investigation check, because you're very bruised everywhere.
Shouldn't it be medicine?
It can be, yeah. Yeah, medicine check. Medicine or investigation, whichever one you're better at.
Well, I did poorly on both of them.
Did you roll both? No, that's not... You got the same. Destiny said 7.
So none of my bones are broken.
None of your bones are broken. It's not a high check. You just gotta kind of move your body and stuff. And
Great.
you feel very strained. You feel like you'll be a bit stiff, but for the most part, you're not usually running around too much anyway.
While Condemned is out exercising and we're kind of in the tent, just kind of preparing for the day and stuff, I want to tell Sukunkana, it wasn't me that saved you, by the way. It was Condemned. He had a ring that turned you to stone, and it stopped you from dying. So I just want you to know that it wasn't me. It was Condemned.
Cool. She's mind linked now and says, "That's great. I feel really weird. I feel like something's wrong. I don't know what.
Like your magic?
I don't know. Something's wrong.
Well, you are at that age where change is a... No.
Oh my god!
She looks at you.
She's like 16.
She's 17.
She's 17.
Ooh.
Oh, I thought she was like 13.
No, she's like a young woman.
Fucking Marilyn is that ultimate example of like, I don't know kids. I got you a doll. I'm 12.
Yeah.
I got you a gun. Still 12.
Yeah. Oh, so you did like the doll, and now that you're 13, you don't want a gun? What do you want?
Oh my god, I can't keep up with kids these days. Well, I mean, if I died falling from up there, I would probably feel a little off too.
I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
And she unmind links. It goes back to doing magic.
So as you're preparing your spells for the day, can you do me a favor and look at the very bottom of your skill list?
Spell sniper.
No, you're where it says acrobatics and perception and all that shit.
Oh, reach beyond. What does that mean?
Click on it and read it.
Okay. Reach beyond is used to determine the current spiritual availability of a lost soul. Touching a corpse or an undead allows the creature to determine whether or not there's a chance to return the soul to the body and bring them back, be it from death or undeath. If a soul is not chained to a body, then it can be used as a conduit for another soul if the body could be considered habitable. We could put your boy in a corpse.
Sorry, you were mumbling something, but it sounded rehearsed.
No, this is Grimhilde.
Oh, she was saying it.
Talking to your girl. We could put your boy in a corpse.
We asked him, though, does he want to be put in a body?
He thought about it.
Yeah, he does now, right? After.
Yeah, he wants a body, like preferably an uninhabited one.
Mhm.
This is Grimhilde talking to you, Marilyn.
Oh.
Yeah, Cukunkana is being moody and not talking
Oh.
to anybody.
Oh, Roger. Because I'm rogering what you're saying, and I'm very excited.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We're gonna put the boy in a body. Yay! Oh, he's gonna leave us.
So we're gonna put the boy in a bod.
Let's give him a hot bod.
Yeah.
Let's go kill Legolas. Let's go back to town and kill Legolas.
Yeah.
He deserves a hot bod.
Holy shit.
Suddenly we're chaotic evil.
I like how we've just decided that the 2 out of a 6 doesn't fucking matter because Brian's description is just us deciding that he was wrong.
So Sukun kind of finished up with her spells. She mind links. She's like, we should get going. We should go away from here.
Mm-hmm.
So pack up tent and stuff.
Yeah. Condemned can help you figure out where we are. I was just kind of following.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Sure. And she gets out her star map and kind of just consults it.
You can tell that there is a bit of a discrepancy from where you needed to go, but not by much. You're able to redirect enough and pretty easily.
Amateurs.
Cukunkana is going to use produce flame really quick. She goes, Akin kuku. And she summons a fire and she just kind of stares at it for a while and she just kind of considers how it feels to use magic for a moment and she closes her fists and it goes away. And she's going to take out her journal because she has a journal and kind of like write something down and then closes the book and she says, all right, she mind links you guys briefly. She's like, we need to go this way. And she points in a direction.
The direction. Sort of a northeast.
Meris takes out her diary and writes in it and says, teenagers are the worst. I'm so glad I was never like this when I was younger.
So glad I was never a teenager. Sukun kind of goes over and cuddles Napkash, her kishki a bit. That's her lizard. And like reassures it because it was obviously worried about her. And gets on it. And I'm assuming everyone else is coming.
Yeah, Condemned. Once he sees Meris exiting the tent and as they're, packing up, he says, I'm sorry for being short with you earlier.
That's okay. I'm starting to think it's me. I feel like this was a bad day and it's okay. We're allowed to have those. But we need to be okay. And that's okay that you have thoughts and feelings. But we're okay, right?
We are fine. And we do have thoughts and feelings. But to act in such a way is not useful. For me to have been so rough with you was not practical. It did not do any good.
I think it kind of helped, actually.
Oh, no, to be clear, I don't regret slapping you. That seems to work.
Oh, okay. Oh, got you. Yeah, the words hurt.
But I do regret should not have been so blunt.
That's okay. That's really fine. I think we're still getting into a good groove and we're getting into a good motion with each other. I think we're all getting there.
Yes, slowly.
I think this is just one of those things. But our communication seems tight and it seems right. And I'm feeling good about that. So thank you.
I'm glad to hear.
I'm sorry that I didn't have it together.
We all have things to work on. I believe that you are aware of your shortcomings and you are working on them.
None come to... I'm just kidding.
I'm pretty perfect.
Shortcomings?
Pretty great,
No.
honestly.
I'm average height and I'm perfect.
Pretty
Yeah.
great.
It's like, I'm 6'2", bitch.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't get it. Wow, we've all got some stuff. I think you guys are gonna help me with mine, I hope. And I'm sorry. I hope I can help you guys with your stuff.
he says nothing to that.
And so we ride.
Oh god, I kiss my lizard on his little head. It's the only one that gets me.
He's the only one who will maintain a conversation with you.
Yeah, not even my fucking annoying ring.
Oh, wow.
God.
You guys continue on your way. Cukunkana correcting the course that Connie tried to maintain. And for the next few days, you guys are on the road, and she keeps you relatively safe and pretty quick, so you all can get a regular.
So Cukunkana's like not talking the entire time unless necessary.
This is 4 days of not talking?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's brooding.
Condemned has never been so comfortable in his entire life.
Maris is panicking.
Are you mad at me?
I think I put my ring on eventually, just to kind of check in. Not for long, just to kind of check in. Just to
Oh,
be...
hello! How are you doing? It's nice to see you again.
Hey, how have you been?
I'm good. I'm great. How are you?
Not good.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, we came into a town and it was all burnt down from the insides of every house.
Oh, it's unusual.
Okay, good. I also thought that was weird. And
I've
then
only seen that maybe once before.
Cukunkana was like, there's gonna be ghosts, and then she turned into a penguin, and then we threw her in the air, and then she died, and then we turned her to stone, and then we got her back to life. And now she's mad at me.
Penguin, is that some kind of dog?
Kind of, but it has like little flappy arms and it dances real good. I have to stop making Happy Feet references. I know that I did it a lot last episode too, but I fucking love that movie.
Can you stop?
No.
Like, if you can't, maybe we just need to roll with it.
All right, well, I suppose, we'll have our own kind of favorite animal.
What's yours?
I like Schnauzer. Schnauzer's a good breed. They have a little mustache just like me.
What? I don't know what that means.
Well, they're like a four-legged, small, very furry, sort of scraggly, and they have facial hair that sort of comes along, and it looks like a bit like a deck brush.
I'm like picturing like a weird furry lizard.
A chicken.
So I was thinking that if you did find maybe like some kind of well put together body, I could probably fit within one of those if you guys had some way of putting me there. I don't know. It's quite impossible. There was a high level. He was level 20. I used to regularly talk with a man who would work with the church, and they would bring people back from the dead on the odd occasion. But it was quite expensive. Yes, you know.
Whoa.
You know how it is. You know, money and all that.
No.
Oh, you must be quite rich then. You won't have to worry about money at all. Well, for the time being, I think that it'll be quite simple enough if we just find a nice put together sort of maybe a corpse or maybe some. There are some animals that I'd be willing to be as well, but not very many.
What animals? Do you know the names of them?
Well, they're like some noble dogs and whatnot. And,
I don't know what that is.
that's it's the thing that I talked about earlier. The Schnauzer is a type of dog.
Okay.
It's relatively simple. You just have to put the ring onto the part of the body, and then I should be able to go right.
Oh.
Well, maybe this is all conjecture, potentially. I don't know. It's hard to say.
We could put him in a dog.
Okay, so if I find a dog, then we'll put the
it's
ring
just dog.
on the
It's really easy to say.
dog.
Dog.
I'm saying what you're saying.
Dog. It's really easy to say.
Dog.
Anyway, so they do this for a few hours. And eventually you guys do arrive at a new place, and you can see off in the distance there's another community.
Which I would know which community we're coming into. What is it?
Yes, it's Persist.
Persist.
And since you guys have been on the road for a bit, for like 4 days between this place and the next place, you guys get your full rest in.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Oh, okay, so we had a full rest at some point. Okay.
That does nothing for me, but I'm glad for everybody else.
So Cukunkana probably still looks kind of bruised,
Yeah.
but like healthy, but yellow.
Yeah.
Like yellowing around the bruised areas.
She's
You know?
got jaundice. It's fine.
You know how bruises look super gross and yucky and yellow after a couple days?
A couple days after, yeah.
Yeah.
She looks really yucky right now.
Yeah.
You know, like she was dropped from a 90 feet in the air. So, are we gonna just go into town?
Yeah.
Wait, does this place, guys, before we get here, are there buildings?
There are definitely buildings. They're still erected. They're still tall.
Yeah.
Paint us a word picture with your verbiage.
Mm-hmm. Set the scene.
Yeah, hey DM, we're in an audio landscape, and we need you to paint it with your words.
Yeah, I was waiting to check to see how you guys entered this place.
I don't want to enter yet. It's too scary. What's the outside look like?
So you're staying from a distance then?
I'm scared. We just had zombos and fires.
There was no zombos.
The undead. Oh well, that was before. But like the undead at the other place that we didn't deal with, but we got there, and then Jill was like, "My."
So about that town.
Yeah, so that town. So far away, you can see that the buildings are still standing tall. It's pretty similar to most of the small places that you've been to along the way. But any community is a landmark. It's, relatively normal, dome-shaped sort of leather buildings, tall bones that seem to have been aged for quite a while. Most of the places are dome-shaped. Some of the other places that you have been to have been like rectangular, square-shaped, just because of what they had available. They weren't able to bend the bones, or they were too stiff. So this is mostly a sort of tarp-based of sorts. From a distance, what you can tell is that there doesn't seem to be a guard on this side. But, there could be one on the other side, or there might be something going on in town that they're required for. How do you guys approach? Because, you guys are suspicious as hell and of everything right now.
As we should be.
Yeah.
As is our right.
Yeah, it's fair and reasonable.
I mean, Condemned would just approach directly.
Okay.
But...
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was going to do also. I just it's good to scope it before you shoot.
Yeah, Condemned will do, a perception check.
Yeah, sure.
I can do a perception check.
Yeah, you guys can do perception checks.
Because he's always done so well on these. 13.
I got a 26.
Wait, I want to roll too. Can I play? Can I play D&D with you guys? Hey guys, can I play
No.
D&D with you too?
Roll the dice!
I got a nat 20!
Hey!
I also got a nat 20.
Okay, I was more excited because I screamed it.
Yeah, you just said 26. You didn't say nat 20.
Well, I was going to, but then you guys were talking.
You guys were ruining my
That's
moment.
because I'm annoying.
Yeah, God.
So, Mr. 13, you see all the things that I described.
Cool.
You other two, you nat 20s of people. What you see in the distance is stains of red all over the ground. There are all over the tarps and the ground, and upon further inspection with your incredible perceptive abilities, you can see that behind one of the dome-shaped homes, there seems to be a hand sort of laying out from the side.
Connie,
Yes.
there's blood and possibly corpses.
So Cukunkana, do you see that hand?
Yeah.
What is that?
That's
Is
a
that is it an unmoving hand, or is it like is it just like a poking out, like waving, like a "Ooh, hello? Or is it like a dead hand on the ground?
It's a bit too far away to tell. All right, I got this new spell. It'll make us a little sneakier if we want to sneak in and try to check it out, or...
That would probably be for the best.
I can do that thing where I see divine sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, why not? I mean, I don't think you're within 50 feet, though.
Not yet.
Not yet. We can sneak in, and then you can divine sense.
You guys are about 150 feet away or so.
Pass without a trace lasts 10 minutes, doesn't it?
Like an hour,
Oh,
yeah,
fuck
for a
yeah.
long ass time.
Okay, no, we're good forever.
Yeah, it's wonderful. It's fantastic. It breaks games.
But I was aware of that, so...
That's useful as hell.
It's great. It's wonderful. Yeah, okay, so Cukunkana gets out her star map, the crystal, it lights up, and what I'm gonna say is how her pass without a trace is it kind of like makes it like a starless orb. Like instead of the regular star map where it has stars, it makes a starless orb, and she casts a spell. It rises up above all of you and kind of like shatters and like sprinkles this like sort of dark essence over everybody, cloaking them in celestial shadow.
That's cool as fuck.
And that's what my path without a trace were.
Oh, you're so cool. Grim, you're so cool. What the fuck?
It's one of the witchier things you've ever done.
I will say that because it is like a magical cloaking, like the fact that it doesn't match the color of the environment, it doesn't matter.
Well, obviously.
Because most of what you're around is white and gray in color.
Yeah, well, I thought it kind of like shimmered like a mirage, you know?
Oh, sort of like the Metal Gear active camo. Gotcha.
Yeah, it kind of like it's kind of shimmery like mirage like. Anyway, So she says, all right, this is going to, she just mind links. She's like, okay, we should talk like this. Okay. It's going to make us harder to find TLDR. It also includes the lizards.
I need to make stat sheets for all your lizards.
We should probably leave the lizards away, though.
She's like, all right, as long as you guys stay within 30 feet of me, you're Gucci for like being a little bit more hidden than
What
usual.
is Gucci?
And Condemned has stopped asking.
Condemned's given up
Yeah.
on this like nonsense young people dog.
Yeah.
He just assumes that all of this is Corey.
Oh yeah.
Whenever Cukunkana says like something like TLDR or whatever, he just assumes it's Corey.
Girl bossing.
Yeah.
All right, so we shall, I guess, roll stealth and head in.
Should we leave the lizards? I don't want to ride mine on in.
I feel as if we should keep our method of escape, yes?
Agreed.
Oh, I wasn't thinking about that. Also agree, yeah.
I got 24 because you get plus 10 for pass out of the trace. So
And I get disadvantage.
All right, you both get disadvantage. That's right.
I'm saying that for the audience is that if functionally pass out of the trace gives you a plus 10 to your stealth throws as long as you are within 30 feet of the caster.
So I rolled a 4, so that's 14, because 4 plus 10 is 14.
17.
And your lizard's got 28. Stealthy as fuck.
Showing up the boss, huh?
Holy
Think
shit.
that's a good idea. I'll see how long you last until we get hungry.
You know I raised my baby right.
As the six of you, sorry, are
So Kunkana's gonna get out her magic knife because she kind of feels like a ninja right now.
yeah, that's fair. The six of you are sneaking into town quite stealthily.
As we're sneaking in, Condemned is going to say, do you think that I should use the new shield that we found, or would that be risky?
What does the new shield do again?
You don't know.
I don't know.
Use it, for sure.
I mean, they're using Mind Link, by the way, and so she's like, why not? Test it on an ice thrall.
I mean, why not throw that shield up in the air 90 feet and then see what happens when it comes down? We're fucking idiots. Yeah, use the new shield.
The shade!
Throw my friend into the stratosphere? Should I use a new shield? Yes, for both.
So, Candor, you know what this is, right? Do you know what the shield is?
Oh, actually, no.
Okay.
I don't know what this shield is, and when you describe it, I thought about looking it up, but I didn't want to metagame. I actually do like to avoid spoilers whenever, so I'm gonna find out when Condemned does.
All right.
I, in character, am positive that it's not cursed, but Condemned doesn't know that. So yeah. All right, he equips the thing, does the thing.
So as you do, you can feel like you have like a second set of eyes, and you feel like you look forward, and you can also feel like you're good from the back. You look to the left, and you feel like you're good from the right. What you have equipped to your body is a sentinel shield.
Okay.
So you can equip that, and this is one of my favorite D&D low-level items. You get advantage on initiative checks and your perception checks.
Sick.
That's so cool. That's rad as fuck, dude.
Radical.
Hell yeah, I'm jazzed as fuck. That's awesome.
It's radical.
This is an actual item in D&D Beyond.
So when you look to the left, it looks to the right? Is that what happens?
Yeah, so the way that I was flavoring it is that you looked at it and you sort of like those weird holographic pictures when you like move it to the left and the right. The eyes moved to the opposite direction, so they were always looking the direction that you weren't when you were holding it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even think it requires attunement, but I'm not sure.
Does not.
Yeah.
Cool.
It doesn't give you a bonus to your AC or anything, but it has those other effects.
Hey, I'll take advantage on initiative.
Yeah.
All right, well, I've got that now.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, you do.
So you guys walk into town. Your lizards are practically Warner Brothers cartoon characters, sneaking like with the plucked violin. How do you go about it? Do you go basically like give it a wide berth around the tent with the arm poking out? Like, what's your situation?
Is there any open doors by any of the tents too, though?
There seem to be some that are ripped down, not necessarily open.
I want to sneak by one that's ripped down because I want to look into it to see if there's any shenanigans going on in the center of the room specifically.
Divine sense.
Oh yeah, and then once we're into the 60 feet, I want to use my divine...
Thank you, Grim.
Okay.
I got
So
you.
you bust out your divine sense.
Okay, calm down on the ASMR stuff. I didn't come here to feel things.
Divine sense.
Oh, wow.
You bust out your divine. You bust out your divine sense. Where you are currently, looking through the door, looking through this area. I'm certain the rest of the gang is with you as well because you have to remain within a certain amount of space.
Mm-hmm.
You don't sense anything. No celestial, fiend, fey, undead within your 60-foot radius.
Yeah.
So it's not ice thralls yet.
Yeah, as long you can't sense anything that is not behind total cover, and you can see with inside. There doesn't seem to be anything except for more corpses.
How fresh do these corpses look?
Give me a investigation check.
Got a 19.
Oh, eat it.
These are not super fresh. They are preserved by the cold, but they are not fresh corpses.
I want to go touch one.
Great. So you go and you touch the corpse.
Be careful.
Do you have is there a specific one? There's a few lying around this.
The least mangled one.
Okay, so upon investigating everything, you can tell that every single individual corpse is missing, maybe from the knee down and the elbow out. So they're all missing some part of their body. If it's a hand, if it's a wrist, there's no discrimination on age or race, as no matter what they are, there is pieces of their body missing.
And it's like specifically from either the elbow or the knee down?
Yeah. Everybody has their head, everybody has their torso, but some people have multiple, like both their arms from the wrist down or both their legs missing.
Cukunkana kind of like takes like a deep breath and like she swallows really hard and she's still mind-linked and she says, "You guys, do you remember that guy that was eating people? Like for their memories?"
Yep.
I think I stabbed him.
You probably only need a piece.
Yep.
All these people are missing a piece of them.
Well...
It might be that. That's the only thing I have to work off of.
How many other settlements are supposed to be between here and our target?
This is the last one, I think.
Good.
Do you think that's connected? Do you think they're moving? They're moving from town to town? Are we right behind them?
They could be. I know that where Fang is from, Duration is nearby.
I'm thinking we should pay them a visit.
I think we should pay them a visit before we go to our target.
I think we should loot the buildings.
Practical.
I don't think that you even need to say that.
Yeah, we should.
I love you guys. Sorry, I said that in character. I fucking love you guys.
Like, obviously.
Yeah, no, obviously we're gonna loot the buildings as soon as we know it's safe, but we should determine if it's safe first, because these aren't fresh corpses, but that doesn't mean that somebody else isn't looting these buildings or sleeping in one of them.
Oh shit. I want you guys to know I was able to turn on my feelings and there are no undead around or fiends or celestials
Or fae.
Or fae.
and they're not behind total cover.
This just goes further to the point that there's never a good reason to open up your feelings.
Okay. So you guys spend some time trying to loot these buildings and these people?
Yeah, absolutely.
Step 1, determine that the town is empty and devoid of danger. Step 2, loot the town.
Okay, fine, Mom.
Okay.
Yeah, we do that.
While you guys are thinking to yourself, your dungeon brain is on, you're all looking around, and as you wander around, all close to Cukunkana, so you can all remain hidden along with your lizards. So as you get closer to the sort of the middle of town, there's a large pile of several different bodies sort of put into the middle in a large sort of mass. As you all see this, there's children and elders and people of all different races. There's a dragonborn that you can see in there. There's a Goliath you can see. There are elves and humans and everything that you would possibly be familiar with, halflings. You can see a variation of them in there. And I'm going to need a sanity check from everybody.
I mean, that's
I
reasonable.
don't want to.
I don't want to either.
13. I've done pretty good on these.
I rolled a 14.
Come on, galaxy dice.
First time I don't have a fucking panic attack in 3 fucking weeks.
The fucking galaxy dice. I got a 5.
Connie and Meris, you two are okay. Cukunkana, looking at all this, you sense a great feeling of despair, and it's overwhelming looking at and seeing all these people with zero discrimination, all having been seemingly slaughtered and used like cattle. It's hard to look at. Tears begin to run down from your eyes. Searching for stuff in this city for you is going to be at disadvantage because this is going to be incredibly hard to handle.
Condemned's going to put a hand on her back just above, like just kind of like around the neck area, right? Say, be strong. You can't let them get to you.
Cukunkana is shaking with rage.
Mm-hmm.
She angry, but also she cry.
Yeah. Just really hungry.
Which I do when I'm angry. I'm just tired.
And she kind of looks at it all and she says, I'm going to fucking kill whoever did this.
Thank you everyone for listening to episode 12 of Tales of Bone and Ice, starring Grimhilde as Cukunkana, Marilyn as Meris Terracet, Candor as Condemned, and myself, Brian Sherwood, as the DM. Music and editing done by Chelsea Love with additional editing done by Brian Sherwood. This was an excellent episode, and man, what an ending. As usual, you can find us at our Twitter over at BonePod, and using the hashtag BonePod gets you into our rotation of names that we will use for unnamed NPCs. Thanks again for listening, and remember, the unfortunate truth of getting better at something is that you have to keep practicing at it. So pick up your guitar, fight stick, knitting needles, or whatever you want to get better at. I believe in you, champ. While you guys are doing your spells, I looked at Twitter, and Grimm's Twitter is like, playing D&D, but it's not your turn yet, so you show your other dice who's your favorite, and it's got the one in the chair, and then like 12 other D20s just lined up next to it, waiting to be used.